Welcome back to the channel, family. Today we are doing something really special, an abandoned 1966 Dodge Dart 270 in red. This 1966 Dodge Dart 270 has been parked for over 20 years, neglected, but today we're going to rebuild it from the frame up. All right, you're good right there. Lower it down nice and slow. Copy that.
Today we're looking at a true classic, this 1966 Dodge Dart, ready for its transformation.
This is the original paint from 1966. Look at that dust trail. Absolutely incredible preservation. All right, first look at the 66 Dart 270. As you can see, the original paint is heavily oxidized and we've got significant patina on the chrome.
We're looking at the original undercarriage here. Notice the rust flaking away and this heavy crystallization on the pans. It's definitely seen some miles.
Unbelievable, it's all here. The dealer documentation, the spare, even the jack still in the wrapper. This is a true time capsule.
This 66 Dart 270 convertible is a rare find, mostly original paint. We need to document every inch before we start the teardown.
The first step is to loosen the negative terminal. You might hear some crunching from the corrosion, and watch out for that initial spark when the connection breaks.
And here you can really see the contrast. That's 50 years of sun exposure right there versus the factory paint underneath.
The trunk lid on the Dart 270 is surprisingly heavy. We've got the hinges disconnected, so now it's just a matter of balance.
The key here is patience. We've got the hinge pins taped off, so now it's just a matter of lifting it straight up and clear of the body. The backside is absolutely pristine, a mirror finish. But if we look here at the mounting point, you can see the extent of the rust we need to deal with.
We're carefully detaching the chrome crosshair grille, preserving these delicate fins. Next are the sealed beam bezels, revealing the oxidized aluminum bowls behind them.
With the wheel off, you can see the original Chrysler enamel on the axle. The drums, while scored, are definitely salvageable.
Look at this organization. Every panel of this 66 Dart laid out like a blueprint. This is how you start a proper restoration.
Okay, sleeves up and gloves on. For the first pass, we're using the foam cannon filled with a heavy-duty citrus degreaser to cut through all this grime.
As you can see, the foam clings incredibly well, starting to break down that heavy layer of dust on the Dodge before we even touch it.
Now gently work the brush in small overlapping motions. Don't press too hard, let the foam do the work, and watch that color come alive. We're using a heavy degreaser and a stiff bristle brush to break down years of built-up road film and brake dust. We're using gentle pressure to wash away decades of grime and reveal the original pigment underneath.
Look at the difference here. This is where the road grime settles, and with the right technique, the factory red just pops right out.
To protect the original paint, we use a very soft brush around the lettering and the lock bezel. Look at how the water just sheets right off that glossy finish.
We use matched brushes to ensure consistent pressure. Look at how the original brightness emerges on the upper crown compared to the faded edges. We'll use the flashlight to check the depth of these scores. The original red paint on the spindle confirms it hasn't overheated. This drum is certainly a candidate for resurfacing.
The key is to agitate the foam thoroughly around the valve cover bolts. See how the grit just releases, bringing back that factory finish.
We're finally getting this old carpet out. It's amazing how much grit builds up under here, revealing the factory red paint.
We're using a dedicated chrome polish here on the windshield surround. Just look at how that clarity improves with every pass under the work light. This is the 1966 Dodge Dart 270. We restored the passenger side headlamp, leaving the driver's side complete. See the texture here on the rear bow. It's intact, just some light oxidation, but the rear window plastic is severely cracked.
With the mechanical wash complete, the 270 body panels are fully cleaned. The original red is recognizable, though still awaiting its final polish.
We apply the cleaner liberally, give it a good scrub, and then the squeegee reveals the perfect, transparent finish.
We're finally ready to begin reassembly. Every single part of this Dodge Dart has been meticulously cleaned and organized.
The key here is perfect alignment over the center of gravity. We'll secure the chains to these mounting points before applying tension. We're carefully disconnecting the fuel and vacuum lines now. Patience is key with these original fittings, and don't forget to tag everything clearly for reassembly. Securing the slant six with the chain sling. It's critical to equalize the tension on all four corners before we engage the hoist.
Now that the valve cover is off, we can finally get to the rocker arm assembly. Be careful with these bolts. They've been on here since '66.
This is the original 1966 slant six head. We're checking the combustion chambers now, looking closely for any signs of cracking around the valve seats.
The most critical step is measuring the ring end gap. We slide the gauge in until it's snug against the ring. This tells us the wear.
With the expander tool, we carefully guide the new ring over the piston. Make sure it seats properly in the groove before releasing the tension.
Now we carefully align the head bolts and begin the crucial factory torque sequence, ensuring even pressure across the gasket. Watch the pins on your side. Looks good. Easy now, let it settle. Got it.
We're carefully rotating the output shaft until the splines line up. You'll feel it slide right into the pilot bearing, just like that. We're carefully sliding the greased U-joint in now. And finally, we use the torque wrench to tighten these bolts exactly to the factory specifications. We've got the new wheel cylinders installed and the drums cleaned. Now we adjust these fresh brake shoes exactly per the factory spec.
Now that the spring is seated, we align the main bolt. We'll torque every fastener precisely to factory specification, ensuring everything is secure.
And there you have it, the cooling system refresh is complete. New radiator, hoses, thermostat, and water pump, all fitting nicely in the '66 Dart.
As we lay the harness along the chassis, we're utilizing every restored routing clip, ensuring the new cloth tape perfectly matches the original loom's appearance.
After cutting out the rust, we stitch in the new panel. Then it's just a matter of planishing the weld until it's perfectly flat.
The key is the 600 grit wet sand. As the slurry runs off, you can already see how flat this surface is becoming.
After applying the red spot putty with the spreader, we let it cure. Now, using a sanding block, we achieve that perfect gray canvas finish.
here she is, the 66 Dart, fresh out of the booth. The deep red is just stunning in this light.
Now applying the 2000 grit, we work slowly. The white slurry indicates the clear coat is leveling, getting rid of that factory orange peel.
We use a soft foam applicator for the sealant. Applying it in smooth, circular motions ensures a flawless, glass-like surface.
We guide the glass carefully into the frame. Then, the new chrome trim snaps right into place, restoring that factory look.
All right, easy now. Let's get this perfectly centered before we press it down. Looks good right there. I'll start with the lower clips. Perfect. Take your time. These moldings are tricky.
That's looking really good. The tension seems perfect across the back.
Yeah, the canvas stretched nicely. Ready for the front clamps.
And just like that, the alignment is perfect. Listen to that solid sound. We finally got the front bumper reinstalled on the 66 Dart. Look at how that chrome just brilliantly reflects the freshly painted red.
We want to be incredibly careful aligning the crosshair grille. Once the retaining clips are secure, we move on to the headlamp bezels. The key here is the alignment with the body lines. Once we have it perfectly centered, we can tighten the mounting bolts and give it a final tap.
Now for the 270 script. A little polish and careful placement, then a final buff to make that original red paint gleam around the chrome.
We use the star pattern to ensure even pressure across the hub. Listen for that distinct click. That's how we'll start by topping off the engine oil, then move on to the coolant reservoir and the brake fluid master cylinder before securing the battery. The very first turn of the key in this beautiful 66 Dart. This is the moment we've waited for. Listen to that idle. The orange on the valve cover really pops against the original red. Family, this red 1966 Dodge Dart 270 sat forgotten in a grandma's garage for over 2 decades, and we bought her for $300, stripped her down to nothing.
If this red 1966 Dodge Dart 270 restoration touched your soul, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring that bell.